I don't answer questions.
Okay, I don't really know how to respond to that, sir.
You bastard.
Bastard.
You either fight me or you lose your teeth.
About to find me up UCTs.
Captain Awesome.
Hey guys, Rogue Nation here with you today, and we got a video coming to us out of Perry County, Pennsylvania, I believe is the location. It comes to us from Possum King. He's not really an activist, at least his channel's not. He does a host of projects and stuff on his channel, really interesting stuff. But as most Americans have found out, you just can't live your life freely without some kind of government intervention. So he's been going to these city council meetings, and he sees that his rights are being trampled on. So he's bringing us this video here today. And I just got to say that the education level of these people is what's really laughable and disrespectful. So, without further ado, guys, go by, let Possum King know. Thanks for standing up for our rights and for keeping these guys accountable in his, small section of the world. And let him know the major sent you guys. Alright, and we'll catch you on the next one.
After reviewing the minutes from last week, the last few months, Mr. Nessinger has refused to sign into the meetings or provide his name when making a public comment because he claimed he was protected by the Fourth Amendment. Your identity is not protected under the Fourth Amendment. The Supreme Court even ruled that people do not have an expectation of privacy in their personal characteristics, and this includes your name. 5-second Google search for the event. He now claims to be a member of the press because he allegedly makes money as independent press, but has no real press credentials. And no, the United States Constitution, specifically the First Amendment, does not automatically make you a member of the press or give you press credentials. This is laughable and, quite frankly, disrespectful to the journalism community.
Laughable and disrespectful. The free press. Me claiming to be the free press when I do investigative journalism. Laughable, disrespectful. Lady, I think your comment's laughable. So we're going to break this video down, but let me start from the very beginning. In July 22nd of 2024, the Perry County Commissioners put out these public meeting protocols that they were trying to get approved. They came out with the meeting procedures, and they said everybody's required to sign in with their full first and last name. They requested that we not bring firearms to public meetings, and the commissioners will move the meeting location if they do not want the presence of firearms. So basically, it'll move the meeting to somewhere where you can't bring a gun, i.e. the courthouse. Meeting participants may record or videotape, but they need to announce that they are recording. So these things here are violations of the Sunshine Act. Now, you could put together some protocols, I'm sure, and you potentially could make a requirement that if you want to leave a public comment, you have to be able to state your name. When the clerk is sitting there doing all the meeting minutes, the clerk is required to mention every single person's comment. So if you made a comment, you need to be on those meeting minutes. And so this sign-in list makes that easier for the clerk. You know what? I'm going to stop right here because I want to get to the very first allegation that was made against me.
The last few months, Mr. Nessinger has refused to sign into the meetings or provide his name when making a public comment.
I'm not really sure how she would know that, but I'm sure they could pull papers and show me signing in. I'm not going to say I've signed into every meeting, but also I attend virtually sometimes, and I'm always signed in under my name virtually. But here's what she's referring to. Back to that protocol list. This is at the commissioners meeting, and we were speaking against them. They did table this whole protocol thing, by the way. But this is what I think she was referring to.
Sir,
I got something to say.
state your name, please.
First off, I don't have to. I have the right to privacy in my identity. That'd be a Fourth Amendment violation of my rights, just like I don't have to sign in to be in a public meeting.
Because he claimed he was protected by the Fourth Amendment. Your identity is not protected under the Fourth Amendment. The Supreme Court even ruled that people do not have an expectation of privacy in their personal characteristics, and this includes your name.
I'm not an attorney.
I mean, we're not a stop and ID state. I'm not required to sign in or give my name at that meeting because we don't have those protocols set forth currently. There could potentially be Fourth Amendment violations if you made me give up my name and I didn't have to.
I'm not a lawyer.
5-second Google search for the event.
You know how I know that? Because I took all like 10 minutes to Google Sunshine Act violation, the Sunshine Act, Pennsylvania Sunshine Act. These are things that I put into Google. And I learned so much in 10 minutes. I learned that half the stuff on your item number 6 protocol, meeting protocols is illegal.
5-second Google search. 5-second Google search.
Like, this lady's actually going after me.
He now claims to be a member of the press because he allegedly makes money as independent press.
3 different times I tried to comment as the press. The first one was on the 26th of August. They let me make a comment as press. I asked them a question regarding contracts and numbers, and they gave a brief description or answer, I should say, and then they told me to email them if I have any farther questioning. So I emailed them that day. You're looking at the email right now. Now, they have yet to reach out to me, and it's now September 30th. I attended the September 9th commissioners meeting virtually. At the end, they went to the press for comment. I said, I have a comment, and they adjourned the meeting over top of me. So on the 23rd, I went to the meeting in person, and at the end, again, they said there's no press here for comment. Well, you know what? Let me just show you the video. This is the last meeting I went to and tried to comment as a press, and this is the 23rd, and this is the meeting, and this is what she's referring to. You got to watch this whole video.
No press here. Is there a motion?
I'm here, press. Identifies press. I have a question.
We recognize members of the press by a paid position for a news outlet.
Oh, I make money. I make money from being press.
Under public comment, you get two opportunities to make comments. The press is only allowed one.
I identify as the press. I'm an independent journalist, and I'm working on a story. And I also make money from it, so I don't understand how I wouldn't identify as the press. But, I mean, yeah, make your decision. That's fine.
Well, pardon?
Nothing, I agree. We need credentials that you're a paid position with a news outlet.
Yeah.
I do have credentials, if you'd like to see them. It's called the United States Constitution.
Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
He now claims to be a member of the press because he allegedly makes money as independent press.
Lady, I claim to be the press because I'm actually working on stories and like actively working on my journalism as an investigative journalist. They want something spouting off about having to prove that I make money or something. So I just said, sure, I make money doing this. I mean, what's $15 a month, right? I spend more than that doing this, but hey, whatever. Maybe that will satisfy them.
But has no real press credentials.
I don't have real press credentials. I hate to break it to you, but I don't need any press credentials. Which government agency issues press credentials?
And no, the United States Constitution, specifically the First Amendment, does not automatically make you a member of the press or give you press credentials.
For the sake of getting content for my story, you know, I am the press. The things that I do, I'm putting this information out in a story that makes me press. Because I don't put it in a newspaper, that doesn't matter. What the First Amendment does is it gives me protection. All right? Freedom of speech. along with the Pennsylvania Constitution, Article 1, Section 7, freedom of press and speech. I would have to agree with you on the fact that you're right. It doesn't give me press credentials because press credentials mean absolutely nothing. Press credentials is essentially your employee ID badge. That's about how much merit or weight it's going to carry.
This is laughable and quite frankly disrespectful to the journalism community.
It's really embarrassing is what it is.